Let's talk about nothing for a while. The philosopher Lawrence Puntel makes a distinction between things that exist and existence at all, which you call being then. So distinguishing between beings that exist and being at all. And then he uses this distinction to make a distinction between nothing in two different senses. Nothing in a weak sense and nothing in a strong sense. So nothing in the weak sense, that is if you imagine the world and then start removing thing after thing, and then in the end you're left with a world which is empty. No things in this world, but still a world that exists and is empty. And he argues that nothing in this sense is possible. But then there's the concept of nothing in a strong sense, which means not only an empty world, but denying that there is a world or that there is existence or being at all. And this, Puntel argues, is impossible. And there are many reasons why nothing in a strong sense is impossible, according to Puntel. He argues that, well, if it's true that there was nothing in a strong sense, then at least this truth would exist. It would require that there is a world of which it is true to say that there is nothing in a strong sense there. But then something would exist, so making the concept inconsistent. Or if it's possible with nothing in a strong sense, then something must make that possible, because possibility requires something that makes it possible. And again, then something would exist, and it would make the concept inconsistent. And he says that even the concept itself is unthinkable. All our concepts have some structure that we relate to some other structure. We're unable, when we are trying to think about nothing in a strong sense, we are actually thinking about nothing in a weak sense, an empty world, but we're not able to think about absolutely nothing. We're not going to land this discussion now, we'll get back to it later, but here I want to make the following line of reasoning. The idea then is that given that something exists now, and that things have existed, etc., it must always have been a world in which it was possible for something to exist. If it was impossible from the beginning that something can exist, nothing would have existed. But when something exists, it must always have been possible that something could exist. So this world of possibility, the world which contains in it the possibility that something could exist, that must always have existed. And this is a interesting fact to discover about the world. Since there is existence now, it must always have been possible that there could be existence, which means that there must always have existed a world of possibility. So the conclusion that something must always have existed is something that we can say with certainty about this world. And that was the point I wanted to make in this video.